Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Military. President Biden orders military strike into Syria after Assad flees his country. And you ask the question, what the heck are we doing in Syria? That is a great question. That is a 100% great question. Especially when he has 40-some days left in his presidency and he launches a military strike into Syria. The United States Central Command launched a series of precision airstrikes against ISIS in central Syria on Sunday. The operation, which allegedly targeted key ISIS camps and operatives, comes at a critical juncture as the embattled regime of Bashar al-Assad teeters on the brink of collapse. It collapsed because Bashar al-Assad has fled to the neighboring country of Russia. So he's over there chilling in Russia while his country fell to the rebels there in Syria. The Bashar al-Assad regime his family had been in power for over 75 years, and now it's finally fallen, and the rebels are in charge now, which probably factions of ISIS are there as well. CENTCOM's operation hit over 75 strategic targets using a formidable arsenal, including a B-52 bomber, F-15 fighter jets, and 18 A-10 close air support aircraft. In a statement, General Eric Kurelli emphasized that the strike were vital to prevent ISIS from reorganizing in Syria and launching external operations. The strike against the ISIS leaders, operatives, and camps were conducted as part of the ongoing mission to disrupt, degrade, and defeat ISIS in order to prevent the terrorist group from conducting external operations and to ensure that ISIS does not seek to take advantage of the current situation to reconstitute in central Syria. Battle damage assessments, of course, have not been conducted, but as of right now, there are no civilian casualties. There should be no doubt we will not allow ISIS to reconstitute and take advantage of the current situation in Syria, said General Michael Eric Kurella. All organizations in Syria should know that we will hold them accountable if they partner with or support ISIS in any way. And make no mistake about it, this strike could not have happened unless President Joe Biden and Kamala Harris wouldn't have authorized it. So the military just doesn't arbitrarily go into Syria and bomb Syria just because they want to. Joe Biden on Sunday described the collapse of Bashar al-Assad's regime in Syria as both a moment of risk and a historic opportunity. In a moment of historic opportunity for the long-suffering people of Syria to build a better future for their proud country, let's go in and bomb them. But President Trump had a different take on this. His take was, in any event, Syria is a mess, but it is not our friend, and the United States should have nothing to do with it. This is not our fight. Let it play out. Do not get involved. I 100% agree with where he stands. Why are we going into Syria? Up until the point that they pose as a threat, we should stay out of it. If ISIS reconstitute, as so long as they stay in Syria, let them stay in Syria. Once they start probing outside of Syria, then we go in and strike them. But if they stay in Syria and just operate like any other terrorist organization does, and they don't go outside their borders, that's not our fight. We have issues right here in the United States that we need to be 100% focused on. Not every little thing that happens around the world. We are not the world police. The military-industrial complex always finds a way to rear its ugly head. Every time there's a conflict overseas, we want to stick our toe in it and put military people involved in it. What would have happened if one of those aircraft would have been shot down? That would have pulled us into a conflict with Syria. Not to mention, we are involved in a situation there in Ukraine with Russia. We're involved in altercations there, or full-on war there in Israel. We're literally all over the map, and we don't have the resources to do it all. We've given a lot of our arms to Ukraine. So we've depleted a lot of our arsenal, giving weapons to Ukraine. Now, this wouldn't have happened if Russia had not invaded Ukraine, because Russia was buffeting up Syria, kept Syria in power, kept Assad in power. Since Russia is more focused on Ukraine, they took their eye off Syria. That's how the rebels took advantage of it. And now you have a situation where Assad had to flee the country because his military forces couldn't hold off the rebels. They've been trying for a long time to get a hold of him, but he saw the writing on the wall and he fled in time, which, I could say that's a good thing, but you never know what's going to fill the vacuum. But that's not our fight. Every country has this type of situation. We change leadership every 4 years. So Syria changed leadership. What does that mean for us? Nothing. Up until the point they do something to bring it to our shores, then we engage them, destroy them, put them back in their place. But to say we should fight them just because they have a regime change, no. I don't think that's what we should do at all. Now, Israel's another story because proxies flow through Syria to fight Israel. So Israel also launched some strategic attacks into Syria. That's their part of the country. They've got to deal with that. We are way thousands of miles away, and we've flown thousands of miles over there just to fight it, strike some targets there. Let Israel do that fight. That's all I got to say on it. It's every time there's a conflict, we always got to stick our nose in every single thing that goes on around the world. We just need to sit back, reconstitute here in the United States, protect our homeland, strengthen our military, get them on a true war footing to take on threats to the homeland, period. And quit sticking our nose everywhere there's a conflict. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like button. If this is your first time here to Retired Vet Show, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications so you know when I drop the next video. And as always, God bless you all. Stay safe.